Red Hood and the Outlaws number 19, Scott Lobdell writing and Marcio Takara on the art.
Fine. I suppose I can't put it off any longer.
All right, just talk about Red Hood, man, because I somewhat now look forward to this. Just hearing what's going on.
Is Brainiac still an intellectual Fraser Crane type? Is that where we're still at?
I assume you mean Bizarro.
Oh, I said
Bizarro.
Brainiac. Has no justice on the brain. Sorry, Bizarro. Yes.
He is mostly, but I'll get to that. So this issue is date night. So you have Jason and Artemis going on a date.
Was this the February issue? I assume.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, I don't know. You work it out. 19. We're on 22, I think. So maybe
Sounds about
probably.
right. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's basically, they go around the town for a little bit, have some fun, and then they using the magic door teleport thing. You nearly made me do it then. Bizarro is watching them. He's spying on them, like on their every word. And I'll get back to that in a minute. But ultimately, they go to the Batcave and they vanish off his radar because he can't see into the Batcave because thankfully that's protected enough.
So you can't watch them bump the nasties.
His door can teleport to the Batcave, no problem, but you can't watch into it. And he actually writes it off as that. He goes, well, I mean, they are on a date after all. Maybe I should give them some privacy. But ultimately, what it is they know Bizarro's watching them, and come here so that they can communicate, and then go, hey, I think something's wrong with Bizarro. He's being a bit weird. He's getting more powerful every day. Maybe he has a plan, but can we afford to take that risk?
This is weird flirty talk to get you in the mood for sex, I have to say.
What of the whole thing is Jason's going, so this whole date thing was totally bogus, and she corrects it and says, mostly bogus. I'm like, okay, fine. But their plot doesn't really amount to much. It's more just it's okay. It's confirming they are questioning what's going on with Bizarro and whether or not they need to intervene. The Bizarro stuff is more interesting, a bit more fun. You have him in his kryptonite baths, his synthetic kryptonite baths, and he's got his little Superman doll. He's put some little goggles. The one in his mind has some little goggles on. He's swimming around next to him. It's adorable. And but it has its, how like people have like a rubber duck. It has its own little rowing boat that it's floating around on. And Brainiac's like, oh, just when he's talking about spying on them, he's like, it's fine. I'm just taking. God damn it! You've made me do it. You cut it on my brain.
I love how you did that. You kept going. I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice you did that there.
I did. You've ruined it. You've popped it in my head, and now it's just it's there.
So Brainiac's got a rubber ducky. Right? Okay.
Yeah. So Bizarro's he's saying, "Oh no, I'm just taking precautions. It's fine. Don't read too much into it." And the little pup, as it's called, is like, "Hey, listen to yourself. You're being paranoid. You're talking to a little stuffed doll." And so Bizarro goes, "Oh, shut up!" And he splashes all the kryptonite, and he fists down into the water, and the boat's going flying. You've got the little pup going, "Doll overboard." It's pretty The stuff with the little doll's not bad. It's harkening back to that one really good bit of this run where Bizarro. In Bizarro's head, all the heroes were the little cutesy versions.
Right.
Bizarro is desperate not to waste the synthetic kryptonite that he just splashed out of the bath with that, and gets down and starts licking it off the floor, which is obviously weird. But there's he gets a spike. Something's going on in Gotham, so he goes down in a disguise. He's got a big trench coat and a hat on.
And of course he does.
There's a dude there who seems to have three faces. It vibrates between like three. He's got one face in the middle that's regular, and then like two, like one on either side. It's kind of like a vibrating thing, like he's moving his head really quick. And Bizarro does think he's three people, but he's not. He says he's one called Solitary. I'm not familiar if he is anyone.
No,
doesn't sound. No.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to say, I'm imagining, you said the hat and the trench coat. I'm just imagining Raphael from the first Turtles movie.
Me too.
That's what I'm got in my head right now.
That's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're in the ballpark. And this guy is basically says he's been watching Bizarro because he knows about him licking that stuff up off the floor. And Bizarro, he's like, oh, you think you got what you'd stop me? He says, absolutely. And then he passes out, and it's 20 minutes later, and Red Hood and Artemis are here and are dragging him back, going, hey, it's all right, I guess. And you just get that monologue on, guess we should do something about this. It's kind of a waste of an issue in the sense that it's basically exactly where we were the issue before, except the only new thing is that they've gone, maybe we should do something about him. And I am annoyed because we are no longer in the Bizarro arc, whatever that was called. And
Right.
this is still he's not reset at the end of the arc like I thought he was going to. We're still doing it. It's been dragged out longer, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Connor. Someone tweeted at me, like when you were complaining about the Smart Bizarro stuff, like when it first started, maybe like after a couple issues of it, someone tweeted saying, "Yeah, he's got a long time before like we're back to regular." Because I think at that point he was still Smart Bizarro in the comics.
I mean, he might still be for all I know. I don't know.
Well, you'll find out. You're going to be almost caught up at the end of this month.
Don't remind me. But art's not bad. Takara's been solid whenever it's shown up. We've seen it a few times over the last year or so.
Yeah, on various books, it sort of comes in and fills in here or there.
Yeah. But it's solid. Especially when they're doing the cutesy stuff with the doll. That is definitely the highlight. But,
Okay.
Some interesting layouts as well. To be fair, when you've got Bizarro in the bath, you got the overlaying of him watching all their stuff, and the way it's overlaid is an interesting layout. So I'll give it that.
Hey Matt, his favourite scene in
What's
this
up?
issue was the Bizarro bath scene. That's why I
That's
point
cool.
that out.
I understand that. I mean, we all have our thing.
Yeah.
Look,
So I just looked up this solitary character, and apparently goes back to Red Hood and the Outlaws #6. So
I don't even
On this run or the New 52
on this run,
Okay.
nope, on this run.
All right.
So-
This is just shoddy Connor stuff.
Do you know what's particularly weird about this? That's not referenced is there's when they're on their date, Artemis orders some drinks, but she doesn't order. She just orders Jason a soda, and he's like, "Hey, I can handle my drink," and she's like, "No, we know you can't." And it goes, "Hey, remember Red Hood and the Outlaws issue 6? There are consequences to drinking liquor." And so it reminded me of that issue, but there is no tag whatsoever with solitary,
of course.
which is particularly strange, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know who's making that call. Presumably the editor, but
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, but you got Bizarro bath scenes. You got a romantic date with Red Hood and Artemis. I don't know. You got a lot of things.
I found myself having to reread a lot of the dialogue on the date because it was really just pointless, cutesy dialogue between them. I'm like, what's going on here? Why are we doing this? I don't know.
His misery feeds me.
Yeah. Oh, there's
So-
one scene of Luther watching some cameras of Bizarro in action.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't really do anything. It's one page where we cut to his office at LexCorp. He's there on a chair watching some stuff. It's like, oh, you're quite the clever one, Bizarro. And that's it. Nothing else for the rest of the issue.
Well, I guess it's setting up that Luther's going to be involved.
Yeah, but
coming up.
we'd already kind of set that up in the last few issues with Luther being involved with Bizarro. So it kind of feels redundant in this issue. I don't know what the purpose of it is here.
Yeah. Actually, do you want to rate it? I suppose you should rate that as well.
I mean, if I'm rating that, it's probably a 4. Art pulls it up a bit,
Okay. All right.
as
All right.
is often the case on this book, to be fair.